All right, so while we're on that topic, Dave, we are running a little series on the case for Shohei Ohtani.
He ain't coming to the Braves.
Wow, we didn't even get through the freaking graphic. We didn't even get through the animation.
Come on.
I like to usually start it off with what's the percentage chance?
Yeah,
Have you heard
0.
any discussions? 0.
No.
Total 0. Do you have like confirmation from a
No,
team official?
I don't.
Have they come out? They can't
No, I
publicly
haven't.
say because you're not allowed to say that. But
And they wouldn't
why are
either.
you so emphatic? I didn't even finish 3 words, and you're like, yeah, I've seen the series. Forget it. Take us off.
Okay, realistically, what's Ohtani going to get? Even with the TJ surgery, he's going to get less money than he would have if he was healthy. Because if he was healthy, he's going to get the first $50 million a year AAV, right? If he's healthy.
Right, and probably still close to that. Like, let's just assume, in my
It's gonna
mind,
be well
I feel
over
like
40.
500 is safe. Right,
gonna
and
be
it's
well
over
over
40
40
a year. Sure.
Okay, the Braves, with all of the extensions they gave out in the last 3 years, there's like 6 or they got 8 guys signed long term. 6 of them are really long term extensions. Not one season of any of those contracts, including Ronald Acuna's, including Olson's, including Austin Riley's, Strider's, none of them is there a salary higher than $22 million. So you're going to say Ohtani's going to come in and you're going to give him over $40 million. You're going to give him basically twice what you're giving anybody else per year. You're going to say, Ronald Acuna, your contract peaks at $17 million a year, which is ridiculously undervalued, obviously. But we're going to give another guy 3 times what we're giving you. And we expect you to be happy with that. I just don't see it. I don't see how it would work. And he's not going to have the kind of off the field endorsement opportunities in Atlanta that he might have some other places. There is a significant Asian population here, believe it or not. I know a lot of people probably don't think there is, but there is. But nothing like he's going to have in a Pacific Rim city like San Francisco, LA, Anaheim, whatever,
Seattle.
or Seattle. Obviously, I think if Seattle was still had their previous owner, who was a Sony guy, I think it'd be a no-brainer. I think it would be no question that's where he would end up. I still feel like you'll end up in one of those cities rather than Texas, Chicago, or New York. I cannot see Ohtani with his whole entourage thing and the way I don't even talk to the media except days that I pitch and after the game's over. Otherwise, he doesn't talk unless he feels like doing it one day. He has 3 home runs. Okay, I'll talk to you. I'll deign you with an audience. But that's just the way he operates. And I understand because he's got 50 people there every day. They want to talk every day. But can you imagine him having that attitude or that approach in New York? It won't work. And I just don't see him wanting to deal with all that thing in New York. Just I can't see it. I see him on the West Coast. Just like I saw Craig Counsell, I thought there was no way he was ever going to go to the Mets. And I said that on our podcast. Knowing Counsell as I do back since he was a rookie with the Marlins when they traded for him from the Rockies, and knowing what a Midwestern guy was and his deep, deep ties to Milwaukee, I thought the only ones that made sense were Cleveland, Milwaukee, or a Chicago, right there in that area. To me, that made the most sense. Or he'd sit out a year.
Yeah, but with all the money that they've all saved from all these great deals from signing these guys early, you finally can cash out and aim high and get Ohtani with that. But I hate to I'm going to have to even almost side with Derek on this one. It's like Atlanta, it might be the one organization. Ohtani doesn't make sense. Ohtani, they don't need him in this sense. And I can make a case for Ohtani on every other organization, how he makes every club better. That's not where they're so good and so deep in everything. It's the one team that can probably be like, we're good.
It kind of flies in the face of their whole business model. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like we're going to throw that out the window, what we've been preaching for 3 years, signing these young guys to these below market deals, trading security for them leaving money on the back end of these contracts. And they all acknowledge that, but they're getting security and playing at a place they want to be and all that. Well, it's like the Braves are going to say, okay, but never mind all that. We're going to go get Ohtani and give him 3 times what we're giving some of these other studs, and double what we're giving Austin Riley or Matt Olson or any of them. At least double what we're giving any of those guys. They would pay him what they pay any of those 2 guys combined, and then an additional $10 million probably.
Well, keep in mind the market always keeps resetting. They always get those guys early on for low deals or for team friendly deals, if you will, because they sign them earlier and they never get probably their full value on their first contracts. So they're already lower than what they expect. And then Ohtani would be signing later. So it's like you're like, okay, well, you're going to give them double of what these guys. doubles might be a fair value if you think about it at the end of the day. I just don't think he's the fit maybe there.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's not fair value. I just think for this place, the way they do things, what they've done has allowed them to spread the wealth, so to speak, and have these guys locked up long term.